Alright, here we go. Well, I'm hoping this works. I've never actually done this before. Anyways, this is my welcome. As you may see, I'm getting ready to play Psychonauts. I'm playing on... this is I've got a new microphone, I've got a bunch of new stuff, and I figure this is something I've always wanted to try, and... well, here we are. Mic is new, literally just bought it today. I've always wanted to try doing podcasts and Let's Plays and stuff, but I've never actually done it before. So I figured that now that I have a new microphone and such, I might as well give it a try. And I picked Psychonauts just because Psychonauts 2 came out recently and I don't own it yet. I have been waiting. I took part in a contest and I've been waiting to hear if I won it or not. A contest for the custom Xbox S designed after Psychonauts 2, which also comes with the game, which means that I haven't bought the game because it's a digital download if I remember right, and I'm not going to basically buy a game that I'm going to get for free, especially since I can't give it to a friend to let them play it or something. So yeah, I'm just killing time until September 30th, which is when the final day of applying to get the game, get the console is. So I'm just killing time and slowly going insane. So I figure, why not start over the original game and find out until then. I've got a 30-minute timer going because I figure 30 minutes is a good amount of time for an episode. And yeah, I know I'm just talking and not doing anything. It's just the background thing. But, you know, let's go. Let's play Psychonauts. Wish me luck, because I really have never used this stuff before. Here we go.
The human mind. 600 miles of synaptic fiber. 5.5 ounces of cranial fluid. 1,500 grams of complex neural matter. A 3-pound pile of dreams. But I'll tell you what it really is. It is the ultimate battlefield and the ultimate weapon. The wars of this modern age, the psychic age, are all fought somewhere between these damp, curvaceous undulations. From this day forward, you are all psychic soldiers, paranormal paratroopers, mental marines who are about to ship out on the adventure of their lives. This is our beachhead, and this is your landing craft. You shall engage the enemy in his own mentality. You shall chase his dreams. You shall fight his demons. You shall live his nightmares. And those of you who fight well, you will find yourselves on the path to becoming international secret agents. In other words, Psychonauts. The rest of you will die.
Oh, Maury.
Children, you are not going to die.
Well, if you're not a psychonaut, then you might as well be dead.
They told me this was a summer camp.
Dogan, don't worry about old Coach Oleander. I've been coming here for years, and trust me, nothing ever happens.
Yeah, Dogan, Lily's right. You don't got nothing to worry about. Except for that giant monster in the lake I was telling you about.
Bobby Zilch, I told you to stop scaring people with that ridiculous old legend. I don't want the kids to be afraid to go out at night and walk alone on the perfectly safe paths of Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp. And we don't want to scare our special guests, superstar Psychonauts Sasha 9 and Mia Vodello,
Light monster!
Formation.
It's resisting. Quick, bring it over here.
Ah, yes. Here we are.
What is it?
It's just a little boy. What's your name, darling?
I'll find out. Kid, get in! Ugh.
My name
Starts with a D.
is Rasputin,
Nope.
but everybody calls me
Here we go.
Raz.
This is
Please
our main
don't
character.
kill us, lake monster!
Compelling.
Armored like a tank.
Sorry I'm late. I don't want to disrupt your briefing, Agent Oleander. Agents 9, Vodello, please, continue.
Where do you think you're going?
You've broken into a highly classified remote government training facility.
I know, isn't it great? Listen, why don't I just sit over here quietly with my fellow Psychonauts? Hey, how's it going? I like your hat.
We need to have this young man taken from here immediately.
I'll call his parents.
What? But don't you train Psychonauts here?
Yes, darling, but...
To soar across the astral plane. To wage psychic warfare against the enemies of free thought.
That is what I wrote on the front of the pamphlet.
Those words are why I'm here, Coach Oleander. Do you remember what you wrote on the inside of that pamphlet? You were born with a special gift. But the people around you treat it like a curse. Your mother is afraid of you. And your father looks at you with shame in his
I
eyes.
have to admit.
Come to Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp, and you can show them all.
Emotional.
Back
It's
home,
really
your
such a
powers make you a
shame that no one
loner,
seems to take it
an
seriously.
outcast, a circus freak. But in this dojo, in this psychic dojo, they make you
Raz is so,
a hero.
he's so earnest. I can't help
Get
loving
that
him.
soldier a
He's
bunk.
so cute and he's so earnest.
Now, darling, you can stay here for a few days until your parents come for you, but we can't let you participate in any paranormal training without your parents' consent. I'm sorry.
Wowie, you're so lucky. You get to go home soon.
Home? Back there, I was just like you were, Dogen. Punished by my own family for having powers I never asked for. But here, I have a chance to be something, to make a difference. They may come for me, Dogen, but they'll be looking for Raz, the boy. What they're going to find, what they don't expect, is Raz, the Psychonaut.
And then you'll make their heads explode?
No. Do you do that?
No. Well, once kinda. But now I wear this special hat. Wanna try it on?
No.
But he has mental defenses like I've never seen in someone so young. If I could just get him in my lab for some experiments, I'm sure he could withstand more than the others.
That kid's 1 in a million, 9. But I'm not gonna let you turn him into one of your guinea pigs. I've got big plans for that mind.
This game is it's so interesting. It's such a mix of goofy and seriousness. I've played a few times before, as I'm sure you can tell. But, I never actually completed it.
All right! right, settle down in here. Big day tomorrow. I want to see each and every one of you runts in my classroom at 0600 hours on the dot. I'm the early bird, and you're the worms. Got it? Now, lights out!
Ooh, here comes the other character I love. Ladies and gentlemen, Ford Cruller.
Okay, quick eye exam before we start. Huh? Look over that way, if you will. No, that way.
Wow, what's that?
Oh, that's a psi challenge marker. The staff scatters these all over the camp to test the students. Every one of these you find advances you a whole rank.
Uh-huh.
Now look up for me, if you will. Some of the old markers have fallen apart. You'll find bits of them flapping around loose. If you find enough of these psi cards, you can put them together to make a brand new challenge marker. But you have to buy a psi core at the camp store to hold them together. Keep ranking up, and before you know it, you'll be able to use brand new psychic powers. Stuff you didn't even know you could do.
And then when do I become a Psychonaut? Because I have to do that before my dad shows up to take me home. Hey, where'd he go? That guy looks so familiar.
You don't want to be late for basic braining!
Woohoo! Basic braining is the best class ever! Woohoo!
To each their own. Alright, let's start off with me giving some exposition. For those of you who don't know what Psychonauts is or isn't, Psychonauts is a platformer-style game. It came out back in the early 2000s, no, not quite. No, yeah, early 2000s. It's about 16 years old now. And recently it came out with Psychonauts 2. However, there is actually another game in between them. But unfortunately, it is the one type of system I don't have and don't have the money to sink into to play one game. It's it's called the Rhombus of Ruin, and unfortunately it's a VR game. And I don't own a VR set, and even the cheapest of those I've seen is a good $200. And yeah, that's more money than I'm able to sink into one game. Sorry, y'all, but as much as I want to play it, I simply don't have the money. Psychonauts 2 came out recently. It's currently, to get specific, it's like the 31st of
Calling
August.
any sentient being in the galaxy Polarisma Australis.
And as stated.
Come in, Polarisma Australis.
And yeah. It's one of those games that it's a cult classic. Not everyone has heard of it, despite how old it is. But the people who have played it usually all praise it pretty heavily. I've played it a couple times, and as much as I would love to play Psychonauts 2, like I said, I've entered a contest to potentially win a custom Xbox that will come with a free download code for the game, and as stated previously, I don't want to pay for something twice, or pay for something that I'm going to get free anyways, when, you know, I could just get it when I get it. I mean, usually for something like this, I wouldn't mind it because I would be able to, like, gift the copy that I don't need to a friend or something, but it
And
seems...
by worse, did you possibly mean the best? Because that's what I was thinking.
Because, well, I'm the only person I know of who plays the game. And I think the only copies that exist are all digital. I mean, there might be a few physical copies, but I don't know where to get those, unfortunately. So all I can really do is just kind of hang on and wait. I'd like to do more, but yeah, can't really do much about that. So until then, I'm replaying Psychonauts 1 to keep myself occupied, along with any other games that I have. In between, you know, work. But, yeah, that's the main something. And I like the game just because it's very cartoony. Everything seems to follow cartoon logic on some level. It isn't huge, but it's like just enough. Just enough. Nothing gratuitously.
Looks like it's completely frozen in a big block of ice.
But, there's some stuff that I can't help. I know to look for, but I won't actually be able to dig too deep in at the moment. It's the start of the game. And I've always wanted to try doing something like this, and I've only recently actually gotten the correct knowledge/equipment to be able to pull it off, so I figured, why not? But, as the opening may have already hinted, the games is focused on Raz, a kid from a circus, a kid who is genuinely from the circus. His parents are, his family is acrobats, who dreams of being a psychic secret agent. And, I'm not entirely sure just how secret the secret agents are in this universe. I mean, the name implies secret as in not a lot of people know, but there's also some other stuff that kinda hints that maybe
I would like to speak to whatever cosmic entity has been sending these voices to my head since I was a kid.
But, this summer camp, the Whispering Rock Summer Camp, is, as already said, a camp for young psychics. It's kind of subtly implied that all the kids here have had trouble controlling their powers in one form or another, which is why they're at the camp, kind of isolated from everyone else. They're here to learn how to safely use their powers, and because they're so powerful, they're kind of automatically on the Psychonauts' radar. It's kind of like... I think Lily is the one exception, because her dad is actually... Is this a secret? No, I don't think it is. But her dad is actually the head of the Psychonauts agency. So she's kind of there because she's a VIP. She seems to be the only one that this is true for, that I know of. I could be wrong. But, yeah, for the most part, that's Psychonauts in a nutshell. Raz wants to become a psychic. Wants to become a Psychonaut before his dad gets home, comes to pick him up, because his dad is apparently very, very against psychics. Or at least does not want Raz to be around the Psychonauts. And this could be for any number of reasons, but I have to admit I haven't gotten far enough to know the exact details. And I think the exact details behind his discouragement of being around psychics aren't revealed until later game, and I haven't gotten that far.
So, you're dating Elka now. Does that mean we won't hang out as much?
Shoot, I reckon things ain't gonna change one bit. Doggone it, partner. No woman's never gonna...
Hey, you're gonna make my boyfriend late for class. Come on, James. Come on.
Also, note to anyone who wants to try playing this game, you've got to visit and talk to all these kids between levels, because they have all kinds of drama going on. Like, there's some soap opera level drama going on between some of these kids, and it's honestly really funny. And really interesting. So I try to make it a habit of visiting these kids every time things happen. Most people suggest between levels, but I try to just pop up wherever they are. Sometimes you can get information about what's going on just from eavesdropping for a bit, but other times, like you just saw, you'll trigger a cutscene when you walk up to them that tells you about what's going on behind the scenes at the camp. Raz himself probably doesn't take as many notes about this. You know, he's very focused on it. But you as a player and me are probably a lot more interested in what's going on, just because it adds a lot of depth. A lot of this stuff isn't part of the main story, but it's some very fun flavor text. There's also some interesting foreshadowing hidden in some of these conversations. So if you ever get the chance to play yourself, pay attention to what these kids are talking about. They got stuff going on, and honestly, it is bust out the tea, because boy howdy do they have it.
You, new boy, seen bear lurking in woods?
Nope.
Positive. Giant, hairless bear?
Nope.
In Russia, bears much smaller, also more hair, less lurking, always eager to wrestle. This one, hide and run.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Cannot lurk forever, bear.
Also, side note, I want a Whispering Rock shirt, like camp shirt. It just looks fun. I have a bag that I have a bunch of that I've put a bunch of patches based on the patches you can get from this game. Not all of them. There are like 3 unofficial merit badges that just unlock things that you can do in the game, but you aren't really. They're basically the only ones I'm missing. But yeah. My first recommendation is that you should always talk to all the kids before you go to Oleander's class. Just because, for one, it gets you a bunch of information, minor though it is, but it also can give you the chance to kind of get familiar. Also, grab as many collectibles as you can. Obviously, you have the cards for the side markers, but you notice that when I went to that fridge, there's a scavenger hunt that you can start searching for later on, but that's not for a while. Technically, I was just kind of mentally marking it down. I like to run up there just to grab stuff. And you've already seen me grabbing these. These are the Arrowheads, and they're basically the currency of the game. They're bits of something called Psychonauts, which we get an explanation for later on, and I will be quiet once we reach that part. But we're not there yet. But first task for me, at least, is to get as many of these kids to head off to class before going to the class myself.
I'm telling you for the last time, no. I would never do that. I could never kill everyone. Oh, hi, Raz.
Squirrel trouble?
They're liars is all. Whatever they tell you, it's a lie.
I'll take your word for it. You going to class?
Yeah, I'll meet you up there. As soon as I get these guys to shut up.
That's the other thing. Raz, whether he knows it or not, misses some interesting details. For example, Dogen, I think, just killed those girls. Perhaps not intentionally, perhaps it was just him losing his temper, but still. Also, I'm using a controller I don't use very often, so that's the other reason I tend to run around like mad when I start one of these games. And I try to figure out how the heck I'm making this thing work.
You know that cabin is empty, right?
Duh. I'm practicing for tonight, when it's gonna be full of ladies.
That kind of thing takes practice.
Excuse me, but my parents let me watch R-rated movies, so I think I know a little bit more about this than you do, okay?
You know, I'd never understood what was this kid's interest, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a libido. He's not at that age. As for the movies, something tells me the parents didn't actually give permission. Could be wrong.
Fire starters.
Levitators.
Fire starters.
Levitators.
The Whispering Rockers.
What?
That's my band name idea. Why aren't you guys in Coach Oleander's class?
Are you kidding? A kid got killed in that class last year.
I heard it was a bunch of kids, Phoebe.
Well, I heard it was a bunch of blind kids and the coach threw them off a cliff.
Yeah, because they were late for class.
You'd better hurry, kid. Now, where were we, Quinn?
Levitators.
I do admit, the only thing I like about those two is the fact that I share a name with one of them. And that's pretty much it. I'm not actually sure if he spells his name the same way I do. Oh well.
Hey, where you going, Maloof?
Shh! I snuck out! That class is a death trap for crazy people! Listen, the coach is strong. At the start of class, he pulls you into his mind, and then there's nothing you can do about it. But once you're in, you can use these smelling salts to sneak out. Take mine. I don't need them anymore. I'm calling my parents to come get me before I get hurt.
Too late!
Bobby! Ah!
Hey, kid! You owe me 5 arrowheads for this week's protection service.
Cough it up, my loser, or you'll be coughing up bloody tears.
Hey, leave him alone.
I heard a rumor that you were raised in the circus. Well, let me put this in terms you'll understand. I'm the strong man around here.
Really? Because you look more like the cotton candy.
Benny, put this kid's death on my to-do list.
Come on, we'll see him in class.
Yeah, we'll settle this on the battlefield.
See, your journal is a great place to see what you've done so far and plan what you're going to do next. You can use it to save and load your progress, change your options, and there's a helpful map in the back. Press side arrow to open your journal. Actually, I think that's I don't actually know what the term for that is, but it's on my Steam controller, and it's basically the start button. I have to admit, I do like occasionally just coming in and seeing these kids wigged out from having their astrals not present. They just... How? I mean... These poses are so... like, cowboy fish. I hereby dub that the cowboy fish. We have many octopi. We have the spasm. Cowboy fish over there. The I'm going to set everything on fire if I don't get my... I don't know. I'm going to set everything on fire soon. Oh, Chloe. I like her. She's...
Hey, Chloe. What are you doing?
The coach uses this to broadcast his thoughts across the camp. I think I can tune it to reach my people in space.
She's convinced that she's an alien, and I think that's awesome. In fact, I kind of wish she was, because that would be a lot more interesting than being from Earth. Plus, you know, she's nice. She's a little weird, but she's nice. Now...
Coach Oleander, I'm reporting for basic braining.
Son, do you realize that to take my course, I will have to pull you into my mind, and you will have to relive every bullet-scarred memory of every battle I have ever faced. It will be pretty. Are you sure you wouldn't rather run around a bit more in the sunshine first?
I'm just now realizing I may have screwed up on my timer, and that was 30 minutes. Yep, I screwed up on my timer and actually set it for 30 hours. You know what? I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go a bit longer, bump this up to a half hour, or full hour. No harm in it. Or at the very least, I will probably go to the end of Oleander's course, and then I will wrap things up.
I'm ready, sir.
Well then... You're late, soldier. Now get in here and give me 20.
I think this game is also dated ever so slightly because you can see the drastic quality difference between
the mental world,
storyline cutscenes, and the
It looks like a dentist
cutscenes.
office.
A mental dentist office.
No, it looks more like a recruitment office to me.
It's a recruiting office, kids, and I'm here to recruit you for the greatest job in the world, being a psychonaut. It's about fighting a war for mental freedom. Are you ready to face torture, insanity, and death? Because this is your last chance to chicken out.
Oh, me, sir. I'd like to chicken out, please.
Too late, soldier.
But you said...
There's only one way out of here. Fighting. I want one of you chickens to sock me square in the jaw. I warn you, once you do, the war is on. You're not... Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go, go!
What kind of obstacle course is this? That kid just got killed.
A mental obstacle course, you bleeding heart. He's not dead. His astral projection just got kicked out of my mind. And I'll kick your astral projection out of here too if you don't get moving right now.
I have to admit, to me, that pause when he says astral, it's very obvious he wanted to say something a bit different.
Relax, that's just a figment of my imagination. You can run right through figments. They help you rank up, and when you rank up, you earn new psychic powers. So whenever you see a figment, suck it up, soldier. Come on, get that figment. Be a piggy piggy. Who's Coach's little piggy? What are you staring at? We all have emotional baggage, kid. Why don't you make yourself useful? Sort some of it out while you're in here. Keep your eyes peeled for a tag that matches. Could be anywhere.
I have to admit, one of the things I love about Psychonauts is how they make use of puns.
Now, you will pick up that tag and you will put it on that bag you just found. Unless you'd rather just drop and give me 20 right now. You hit that ladder hard, son. Show it who's boss.
Like figment of the imagination, and actually turning that into a game mechanic. Same for the emotional baggage. a lot of those are just really clever. I'm actually writing a story with psychics myself, so that's the other reason I like playing Psychonauts. It gives me ideas. Although I have no idea how I'm going to use some of those phrases. I'm really just going to have to, like, brainstorm a bunch of puns that I can use based off these terms. Actually, come to think of it, considering I plan to post this on YouTube, if anyone watching has ideas for puns, basically, or things that could potentially be used for a story with psychic characters, much like Psychonauts, do tell, because I am always welcome to take more ideas of stuff that I can use.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead. Watch out! Fire down below!
Fire in the hole! But you see what I mean about the cutscenes? You can see the image quality difference between playing the game and doing one of these pre-rendered cutscenes.
There's probably
You
a
can
secret
tell
more
the
advanced
difference.
route.
What's that supposed to mean? You think you're more advanced than me, new kid?
Sorry, what?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. The coach is stupid. The whole camp is stupid. That thing flying at you is stupid.
What's flying at me?
Bobby Zeltz's foot, that's what! You stupid new kid! Yeah!
Oh. Thanks for saving me.
Well, actually, I was saving this plant.
Never seen one so meaty before.
I have. It's been appearing in this creepy nightmare I keep having.
You're having nightmares? Oh, I've been reading about how to fix those. Will you let me see one?
No.
I like Lily. I like those tough girl characters who like break genre, break stereotypes. That's the word I'm looking for.
It's game day, kid!
Come on, one nightmare.
Nope.
I like these kids. I also very much like Raz because he reminds me of when I was little. It's just, I admit I wasn't as athletic as he was, but when it comes to like missing obvious things and, you know, just knowing a lot about this one particular...
Dang, my bowels move more than you do, Pokey!
About particular topics that no one else seems to get. That was me when I was in school. That was me when I was Raz's age, and he's like 12. So I see me and him, and then I think actually 2 years after being 12, I found out I was ADD, and then later on discovered about Asperger's syndrome and the fact that my mom had it, and therefore there's potential that I had it.
More than you do,
So
Pokey.
yeah, I think I can't help relating to that just because it reminds me of that. It reminds me of both me and my mom. I wish I was as athletic as Raz, though. Just because I'd love to be able to do a backflip. I can barely... I can't even do a goddamn handstand. And this kid is running around doing crap like this. Genuinely wish I could pull that off.
Is your name Joey?
No.
Cause I'm gonna call you Slowy Joey.
That's not my name.
What was that, Slowy? I can't hear ya. You're talking too slow.
I mean, I was in dance for a long time, and I'm very flexible because of that, but there is a definitive difference between what I can do and what Raz can do.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
I have to admit, I still love that emotional baggage pun. It's baggage, and you usually find it because it's crying. It's being emotional.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Yeah, I hear ya. Raz would probably never sass the coach like this. I'm not Raz! Also, I am an adult. This does not, however, mean that I am mature. It just means that I am legal age!
You're like molasses going uphill in January with crutches.
I have to admit, Coach, I don't get that. I mean, molasses is slow, but, it's molasses! It doesn't use crutches. Oh. Darn. Sorry, pardon me a moment. I forgot about my timer. As I'm sure you can now know what time it was when I was playing my game. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Onward and upward, soldier!
Well, not much can be done about that. So many booms. So many things going boom.
Hey, slow down, kid. If you pass me or Bobby, you'll make us look bad, and Bobby will pound you deaf. Bobby, do you hear me? Where are you? Don't leave me alone out here, Bobby. I'm frightened.
Watch those mines, kid. They'll blow you up like a 10-cent kazoo.
Hey, Dogen. What's wrong?
I keep blowing up.
Follow me. I'll help you through the mines.
Okay.
See, this is the other reason I had to switch to the Steam controller. I have a different one that works with basically all Windows computers. Except, suddenly my movement joystick was suddenly causing problems. I would be going along just fine, and suddenly it would jerk me.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yes, you can, Dogen. Just follow me.
Okay.
It would suddenly jerk me along to the right, and it would send me directly into one of the mines.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yes, you can, Dogen.
And it did
just
like
follow me.
3 times, and I was just so tired of it.
Look, Raz! I didn't explode at all.
Good hustle out there.
Hey, this is for helping me out. Okay, bye.
Look, I'm a bit of a figment collector. I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I had to switch my controllers, and it took me ages to remember where the heck I put my Steam controller, because I got 2 different controllers. Originally when I was using a Mac, but apparently my Mac did not like the controllers I was trying to use.
Plane's going down, soldier! Hit that door and Geronimo!
Hey, no one told me to pack a chute.
Did Washington have a chute when he crossed the Delaware? Just jump, sissy!
Excuse
Well,
you, Washington was on a boat. He didn't need a
My
parachute.
whole life is flashing before my eyes. My first memory is of my dog, Late.
Is there like a climax to this story?
Didn't I mention the gopher yet? Thought I'd hit that. Okay, let me start over. First,
I can't for the life of me remember this kid's name, but he goes on and on. He's what I envision a child version of Bin's Harry Potter to be like. Once they start talking, they don't
took
stop.
a side road. And then we stopped and asked for directions. And then Lady had to go to the bathroom. And then Lady saw a gopher. And then Lady had to stop and scratch. And then I bent down to tie my shoe. And then we walked 3 miles. And then we walked 2 miles. And then I gave Lady a bone.
cute story. But, we gotta go. Yeah, like, he's what I envision a child of Professor Binns to have sounded like. He's what I envision.
Hey, look! It's Raz!
Oh, it's those two!
Raz is here!
Yeah! Maybe you'll be able to beat this darn game! We can't do it!
Yeah, we're no good, and the coach won't open the gate until someone wins!
Yay, Raz! Just punch that to start!
I have words for what these two are like. And, it's aggressively cheerful. And I don't have anything personal against them, but they do tend to get on your nerves.
You score enough points on this course, kid, and I'll give you a reward.
Yay, Raz! Punch, Raz, punch!
Punch, punch, punch! Punch, punch, punch! Punch! Hooray!
Punch! Hooray!
Punch, Raz! Punch!
Punch! Hooray! Punch, 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 punch!
Yay, Raz!
Punch, Raz, punch! Punch, punch, punch!
Punch, punch, punch!
Yay, Raz! Punch, 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 punch! Punch! Hooray!
Punch, Raz! Punch! Punch!
Hey, good job, soldier. Now here's your reward. Most people, they got something to hide. They store away their shame, their dirty little secrets, in these tiny vaults in their minds. But the enemy is not allowed any secrets in wartime, are they, soldier? So go ahead and bust open this vault. I got nothing to hide. Good.
Look at those legs. Are you sure those are legs and not stilts? They don't seem to match the reality. Yeah, but this is a memory vault. Memory vaults, as Coach has already said, contain, well, memories. Well, most of the time. As you can tell by Oleander's legs compared to the real deal, sometimes some memories can be altered, I guess. I mean, it's kind of obvious this isn't quite true to form considering those legs. Those ain't legs, my dude. Those are stilts.
You enjoy that. One of my favorites.
Like, he can insist it's memory all he wants. That don't look like no memory to me. Oh, and this is Oatmeal. He does not actually have a name in game, but apparently someone went into the files and found out that this little guy had been dubbed Oatmeal. I think somewhere there's a report that basically says for a long time the game creators couldn't actually come up with a name for him, so they just jokingly called him an Oatmeal after some other piece of media that I don't remember. But that was the pending name, and they never gave him an official name, but I just like calling him Oatmeal. It's a funny name and he's cute. He's also very helpful. It says, this little guy can teleport you to any previously visited area in the current mental world. Just pick your destination and go. Oatmeal just makes it easier to get around. He helps you jump to various places inside a mental world as well as top. He's like he's your fast travel option. He's your fast travel option, basically. But he's cute. I just plain old like him. emotional baggage. If anyone's actually wondering what emotional baggage does, when you collect all the emotional baggage in a mental world, you unlock what's called primal memories, which is basically like the creator exclusives to various things, like concept art and such, basically, that normally you wouldn't have access to, but they kind of threw in as an extra thing that you could get while playing. Which I think is actually a rather clever way of doing things. I always love when game designers let you basically see the concept art and they make it a gimmick that's part of the game. That's always fun. It's interesting to get a peek at the process that the creators were working with. Hi, Bobby.
Yeah! That exists!
I think he's going the wrong way, but I could be wrong. Maybe this is just the route that Raz gets. I don't know. I mean, Bobby is supposed to be a bully, but honestly, he's a bully in the kind of oddly bizarre, charming way that video game characters manage to be. Like, I've dealt with actual bullies. They are nowhere near as charming as these kids. Probably not something I should be able to do, but I do that anyways.
Grab poles like that and swing on them. It's all about upper body strength, you know? There, boy. That's a mental cobweb. You can collect them with a specialized piece of equipment once you get checked out on it. Till then, just steer clear of them. Onward and upward, soldier! As you can see, the trapeze is very difficult. Most cadets can't handle it. You might just want to stay away from it. You still get a participation ribbon at the end of camp.
Every time I see that, I have to, or hear that one, I feel the need to remind Oleander that Raz is from the circus, and specifically, he's from a family of acrobats. He eats the trapeze for breakfast, man. In fact, I am about to prove this. You see.
Less waiting, more motivating! Game day, kid!
Yay, all emotional baggage sorted. Primal memories unlocked. While we're thinking of it, why don't we take a look? Because why not? This is Raz's journal, in case you couldn't tell. This is where all the notes of the stuff that you are looking for and have gathered are made. For instance, the first one was obviously the save page. On this page, you can see what you collected in the current area. Make sure to come back here after you've collected some figments, so you can look at them up close with the Figment Viewer option. And I will show you. In fact, it is the one with the glowing A button next to it. These let you actually take a look at what these figments look like. For example, per Coach's army vibe, a lot of these are army weaponry, as well as some rather horrific things that happen to soldiers. And a few cute ones. I'd say that a few of these are may seem a little off, but they may be just, based on things he's seen. And obviously this page shows how you're doing in the bigger scheme of things. Also, once you get your scavenger hunt list, this is where you keep it. Like I said, this is basically all the stuff that you do. Automatically remembers the tasks that you're working on, aka it's the journal part of it. This is where you have all your mental vault stuff, as well as some cutscenes. For instance, if I clicked this one, it would play the opening for Jumping the Whispering Rock, while this one plays the Bobby and Lily scene, and here are the primal memories. For example, some of the roughs of Raz, including showing him without his goggles on and without even his helmet on. Some of a nice character design sheet for Coach Oleander, including the year that this thing was put together, 2002. Some locations in the camp. For example, this is where we are right now, technically. Bobby Zilch and his character sheet. Some nice models of all the kids. And then other things from including that we've just seen in the mental world. And that's what primal memories look like. Last but not least, the handy-dandy map. Tell you where the heck you are. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to save very quickly. Because, Saving is vital and important to Ed. It's what you need to do.
You'll have
It's
plenty of time to
absolutely
stand around when you're dead.
Seriously, Oleander, you should get yourself a chill pill. Maybe even 20.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
And just to clarify for people who are wondering, I do get to come back for some stuff. Like, once I have the appropriate equipment, there are actually methods of going back later in the game and picking things up.
I see a silver dollar out there in that rail.
Oh, silver dollar.
Pick it up.
I can tell you now, the modern kid is going to have no idea what the heck that is. But for now...
Ha! Sucker! See you at the bottom! Onward and upward, soldier!
Always forget. My reflexes.
End of the line, sucker!
Nope. I can't help sassing Bobby. He makes it so easy. Like, genuinely, he just makes it so easy. If I really wanted to be crazy, I could use oatmeal to jump back right now and get fixed.
The old rolling tunnel of crazy logs, Mick. An old one, but a hard one. What you gotta do is... who we kidding? You're never gonna make it through that.
You know, despite that, this is actually super easy to get through. If you don't... This is super easy to get through, she says, and then immediately I die. It's like, dramatic irony. Why did you choose that moment to kick in? But, despite what Coach says, this is actually a really easy thing to get through. You just gotta be slow and steady, to be honest. Like, there's no need to rush. There is some limits, though. The reason you gotta be slow and steady is the thing is obviously rotating. And there are points where the part you want to get to is going to be vertical. So it really is just easier to take your time. And once you do, this thing's really easy to get through. Like, no thought. See? Aside from that one little screw up, I barely had to do anything. It's so easy, I promise you. You guys play it. You will get through. It's not gonna kick your tushy. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah. As this says, said repeatedly. New psi power at rank.
Hello? Hello? Guess I'm early.
Yeah, Raz, we are very early. And there's the third cobweb, which I don't have the duster for, so I can't grab it. I know some people would think that you should just sit here and wait if this was like an actual camp, but no. What you gotta do to move this forward is to actually go down this little hallway and be a snoopy be a pokey little puppy. And...
Hold it right there, son! Now just what in the Sam Hill do you think you're doing in there?
I was just looking for a way out.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't think you'd get to the end so fast. Dang, I didn't think you'd get to the end at all. You surprised me out there, kid. Here, You've earned this. Your first Psychonaut Merit Badge. But I'm always glad to see a soldier come back from the field alive.
That
now,
is actually
excuse
the one
me,
marriage badge
I gotta go
that
back
I don't
in.
have
I left some
on my
good
bag.
men back there.
The basic braining badge. I really need to find someone selling that patch so I can add it, along with 2 others. I will mention them as they are found, but
Way
yeah.
to make us look bad in there. You're in trouble now. Bobby Zilch ain't happy.
You better watch yourself, Gogglelicious.
What's that, hair boy? You want a piece of me?
Hey, Brainiacs, settle down.
Why? You worried I'm gonna hurt your boyfriend?
No, because Sasha 9 is standing right behind you.
Your performance, young cadet, was outstanding. I'd like you to report to my lab for some advanced training.
Ooh, Raz the Spaz is gonna be in a special class. Benny, remind me to give him a special beating later, okay?
These tests are unauthorized, though, so I can't actually ask you to come. But if you happen to drop in, well, what could I do? Let me just give you this. Remember, your talent will always set you apart, Rasputin. Sometimes isolation is a good thing. It can lead to important discoveries.
Wait! I don't even know what your lab is! Is this some kind of test?
Sometimes isolation is a good thing. It can lead to important discoveries.
And now I'm hearing things. Great.
Well, we have finished Oleander's obstacle course! Yay! As well as being given a mystery item. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. So, I'm gonna save, and then...
This is the button that Sasha gave me. It's a clue to the location of his secret lab.
So, that is gonna be it for today. Thank you for coming along.
This is the button that Sasha gave me.
Thank you for coming along. Thank you for hanging out with me. And, see you next time, I guess. Bye for now. Next we'll be finding Sasha. Wish me luck.